being an insider means you're privy to information that can inform the people, inform the masses. Being an insider means you release information that you have procured from players, agents, teams, front offices, GMs, owners, whatever. By any means, you get the information, you get the data, and you report it to the people. Now, that information, if people trust your information, can shift a lot of narratives. It also can shift betting lines. So, Shams Charania, NBA insider, employed by a sports book, putting information out there that can move the needle to the point of actually shifting odds, not just with the FanDuel sports book, but multiple sports books. Does this seem like something that's a little funny money? This seems like funny money to me, because if you are employed by a sports book and you're providing information to the masses, information that is considered to be so trustworthy that it can shift odds at all sports books. Now, if it was just a FanDuel sports book, that's whatever. But it was not. Okay? So let's go ahead and bring it up. Here's a good recap of the series of events. Shams, employed by FanDuel, tweets this out. Okay, so let's go to that tweet first. Scoot Henderson is gaining serious momentum at number 2 with the Charlotte Hornets in tonight's NBA draft. Hornets have been torn over the last week between Henderson and Brandon Miller. Team has final meetings today to settle on decision. Now, this is as of 12:30 yesterday. Okay? So then the odds shifted not long after that, okay? So Shams tweets that out. Tons of people put money on Scoot at number 2 at sports books like FanDuel. Odds massively shifted immediately after the tweet. Hornets do not end up drafting Scoot. FanDuel and other sports books make a ton of money. It's just not just blatant fraud. I think it's a worthy conversation. And this is where the lines become extremely blurred. Because you have someone that's employed by a sports book, employed by a casino, essentially, and they're giving out information that will be, not could be, not possibly, will be used to shift odds and lines at said casinos and sports books. What happens if the sports book isn't really getting the numbers they thought they would, or the action that they thought they would? One of their insiders says, hey, well, look, I can stir the pot a little bit, drum up some interest, get some money, some new money flowing in just with one tweet. This is the power of information. This is the power of influence. But is it fraud? Shams Charania, working for FanDuel, tweets out information that shifts the lines at FanDuel. That information doesn't prove to be correct. People put a lot of money following this man's information. The information turns out to be false, and the sports book that he works for, that gets his own, that he gets a check from, cashes out big time. Fair or foul?